May I request all the guests and the invitees to kindly be seated. May I request the members of the press to also be seated, please. Please don't this place. I want this place free. Raju sir. Vanakkam, Namaskar. A very pleasant afternoon to all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, all the special invitees, including members of the press and the IMU family. We are here on the special occasion of inauguration of Marine Engineering Workshop at IMU Chennai and dedication of the facilities of IMU campus at Visakhapatnam. The event is being graced by the Honorable Union Minister of Shipping, Ports and Waterways, and Ministry of Ayush. A host of other dignitaries have also joined us today, and we start the official program with lighting of the lamp. May I request the Chief Guest, Honorable Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and Ministry of Ayush, Shri Sarbananda Sonowalji, to initiate the program by lighting the lamp. May I request the other dignitaries on the dais to kindly accompany the Chief Guest. I will add it. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, ma'am. May I now request the audience to kindly rise for the invocation. Tamil Thai Varthu. This will be followed by the national song Vande Mataram. Tamil Thai Varthu by the IMU choir.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujala Sufala Malayaja Sheetala Sasya Shyamala Mataram. Vande Mataram. Josna pulakitayamini pullakusumita drumadala shobhini suhasini sumadhura bhashini नाशिनी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्
Thank you all. Kindly be seated. May I now call upon the Director, Chennai Campus, Dr. Raju Balaji, to extend a warm welcome to the dignified gathering.
Namaste. Honorable Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Minister of Ayush, Shri Sarbhananda Sonowal ji, Honorable Member of Parliament, Shri Ravindranath, Honorable Chancellor of Indian Maritime University, Shri P. Shankar, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Indian Maritime University, Dr. Malini Shankar, Registrar in charge, Shri K. Sharavanan, dignitaries, colleagues, and dear students, a very good day to you all. On behalf of Indian Maritime University, I welcome you all to the inauguration of Marine Engineering Workshop and new builds at Chennai and Visakhapatnam campuses. The nationalist poet Subramanya Bharati says, Lagava Payirchisai, practice skillfully, practice smartly. From practice, we attain competence and excellence in what we do. Competence is the culmination of practice and application. This cannot be truer than for the maritime profession, where competence is the bedrock of all ship and shore operations. In maritime education formats, hands-on training forms a significant part of pre-sea training. Under the Maritime India Vision 2030, the first of the 4 pillars identified for enhancing India's share of seafarers is the enhancement of training quality. And the new education policy emphasizes on scope for multidisciplinary learning ambience in institutions. IMU has been updating the curriculum, aligning with both the vision and education policy objectives. The erection of workshop facilities is a move complementing this changing curriculum. These new training facilities include hardware, which match up to production standards, and software, which will give practice on engineering design aspects in domains of mechanical, electrical, and electronics. These will not only prepare the students for shipboard duties, but also provide the latitude for employment in shore-based industries, as also will help in higher studies for the aspirants. Abhyasasarini vidya, buddhihi karmanusarini. Our knowledge follows practice, and our intellect follows implementation. We honestly believe that our students will have the knowledge and intellect to practice and apply the learning in their career and keep the nation proud. On that note, I welcome you all once again to this milestone event, the inauguration and dedication of IMU's facilities to the nation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that gracious welcome on behalf of all of us. Felicitations. Felicitating our guests who grace our university portals is our honor and privilege. As a token of our respect and warm welcome, may I now call upon our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Malini Shankar, IAS, retired, to present a shawl and a memento. The esteemed chief guest, Shri Sarbhananda Sonowal ji, Honorable Union Cabinet Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and Ministry of Ayush. Thank you, ma'am. May I further request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to felicitate valued guest of honor who has graced this occasion. Shri P. Ravindranath, Honorable Member of Parliament, Theni Lok Sabha constituency of Tamil Nadu, who is also a member of the IMU court. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sirs. We would like to offer our felicitations to the Honorable Chancellor, IMU, Shri P. Shankar, IAS retired, who has graciously joined us on this propitious occasion. May I request Dr. Raju Balaji, Director, Chennai Campus, to kindly do the honors. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sirs. The virtual dedication now. Next is an important milestone for IMU. Dedication of the new buildings of IMU Visakhapatnam campus remotely. The audience may now view the virtual dedication in the presence of the esteemed chief guest. So here is a virtual walkthrough of the IMU Visakhapatnam campus. That was a virtual tour of our IMU Vizag campus. We thank the NIC team for the virtual coordination too. May I now call upon Honorable Vice Chancellor, Indian Maritime University, Dr. Malini Shankar IAS retired, to kindly deliver the presidential address.
Namaskar and Vanakkam. Honorable Union Cabinet Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Ayush, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, Honorable Member of the Parliament, Shri Ravindranath ji, my colleagues on the dais, Honorable Chancellor, my colleagues on the dais, distinguished guests, faculty, administrative and technical staff, electronics and print media, police authorities, security officials, state government officials, and most importantly, our students and dear friends. Good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to welcome each one of you on this most memorable day. At the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to Shri Sonowal ji, Honorable Union Cabinet Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and Ayush, who has spared his precious time today for the inauguration of the Marine Workshop at the Indian Maritime University headquarters, as also the dedication of the new buildings of the IMU Visakhapatnam campus to the country. Sir, we look forward to your guidance and blessings on this occasion. The Maritime India vision of the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways has laid out a blueprint to accelerate the growth of the maritime sector. The MIV 2030 has envisaged a pivotal role for the university in making India a top seafaring nation. The Indian Maritime University currently has 3,115 students on its rolls in its 6 campuses across the country in coastal cities. And in addition, there are 2,735 students who are enrolled in 18 affiliated colleges. I'm happy, sir, to share that the Indian Maritime University has taken several initiatives to realize the vision that is envisaged by the Government of India. Due to brevity of time, I shall restrict myself to sharing some of the salient steps that have been taken by us. The Indian Maritime University has established a chair position with the generous support of the Institute of Marine Engineers India, with a view to fostering industry-academia interaction and to undertake industry-relevant research and consultancy projects. The IMU has also tied up with the Company of Master Mariners India, CMMI, to institute a mentorship scheme under which seasoned mentors who are industry professionals are able to guide 30 cadets of IMU each year. The Antwerp Flanders Port Training Center in Europe, which is APEC, has offered scholarships to 3 of our students and 1 faculty of the university for a 3-week course, which is online, and a 1-week physical training in the port of Antwerp, Belgium. This is a recent development. The university has plans to offer 57 new training courses under the auspices of the Indian Ports Association, which are meant for upskilling the port personnel. A project has been awarded by the Inland Waterways Authority of India for development of energy-efficient river survey drifter drone, which is an autonomous survey craft. Besides Memorandum of Understanding with national institutions such as the Dredging Corporation of India, the Confederation of Indian Industries, the National Institute of Ocean Technology, and the Research and Information Systems of the Ministry of External Affairs, the IMU has signed international MOUs for the enhancement of maritime knowledge and training. This includes Ushakov State University in Russia and the Ministry of Blue Economy in Mauritius, as well as Erasmus University in Europe. We are currently in talks for final stages of signing a memorandum of understanding with the Batangas University, the Philippines, with respect to naval architecture. In line with the new education policy, the IMU is planning to introduce microcredit courses, which is intended to enhance both the breadth and the depth of subjects across 360 degrees across the maritime sector. So, modern state-of-the-art infrastructure is a prerequisite for developing world-class institutions. The new workshop facilities will definitely help maritime education and training and take it beyond the requirements of the STCW of the International Maritime Organization, as well as that of the Director General of Shipping, and equip the trainees with skills to meet on board as well as shore-based assignments. The inauguration of Marine Engineering Workshop in the Chennai campus and the dedication of new buildings in Visakhapatnam campus has been made possible because of the generous support that the university and its legacy institutes has been receiving from the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. We look forward, sir, to continued support for our future plans, which include increased hostel and sports facilities, academic buildings, incubation centers, centers of excellence, expansion of new courses, operationalization of the MOUs, as well as research grants. The Marine Engineering Workshop facility in Chennai campus has been developed at a cost of 26 crore rupees and has state-of-the-art laboratories which include electrical, electronics, heat and chemical, applied mechanics, control engineering, material science, vibration, and fluid mechanics. The new campus in Visakhapatnam was developed at an estimated cost of 86 crore rupees and has modern classrooms, labs, auditoriums, office blocks, etc., as you have seen in the virtual presentation. We are sure that this infrastructure will greatly enhance the learning environment of the students and enable cadets of the Indian Maritime University to hone their skills. I would like to once again extend a warm welcome to the Honorable Minister, the Member of Parliament, and other dignitaries on the dais, as well as the audience for today's inaugural function. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for that very comprehensive presidential address. May I now request our guest of honor, Shri P. Ravindranath, Honorable Member of Parliament, to kindly speak a few words.
Honorable Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Sri Sarbanandan Sonawalji, Chancellor of IME, Sri Sankar Sir, Vice Chancellor of IMU, Dr. Malini V. Sankar, Director of IMU Chennai Campus, Sri Balaji, Registrar in charge of IMU, Sri Saravanan, and distinguished delegates, faculties, and dear students. I am much delighted and privileged at the same time to be present here at the inauguration of the Marine Workshop of the Chennai campus and the dedication of the new building of the IMU Visakhapatnam campus. I would like to appreciate the concerned efforts of all the officials of IMU, and I hope that the new facilities will further facilitate and promote advanced knowledge in fostering innovation and skills for the development of individuals and society. Being a member of the IMU court, I feel fortunate to be part of an institution that is going to play a significant role in India's maritime revolution. Many of you may be aware that our government, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, has laid a blueprint for overhauling the entire maritime sector under the Maritime India Vision 2030. Maritime India Vision 2030 involves an investment of all over 3 lakh crore that would generate more than 20 lakhs jobs, with a potential for generating annual port revenue of over 20,000 crore. To oversee the funding of the Maritime India Vision 2030, a dedicated maritime development fund will be with an initial seed funding of 25,000 crore is being allotted. As mega ships become increasingly used for transport, mega ports in turn becomes the need of the hour. Honorable Cabinet Minister would agree with me on the fact that our government is extremely focused on developing green, sustainable ports. It is my understanding that the share of renewable energy is likely to reach over 60% by 2030 from the current level of less than 10%. There is also plan to increase the transshipment volume of Indian cargo at Indian ports from 25% in 2020 to more than 75% by 2030. Moving to the shipbuilding sector, Atma Nirbharta is the key focus. The policy focuses on Make in India, Make for the World, wherein our nation shall mature as the leading shipbuilding country by 2030 through 15 times increase in the gross tonnage of ships built in India. Coming to maritime business operation, the project will enable direct movement of containers from factories without any intermediaries, which will help in increasing ease of doing business or EDB for the exporters and thereby improving the competitiveness of shippers in international trade. There is also increased focus being given for developing coastal and river transportation, which would significantly reduce the logistics cost. Moreover, utilizing the Maritime Development Fund, there will be a long-term financial opportunities available for the stakeholders in the maritime sector. Besides, enhancing cruise infrastructure by developing dedicated cruise terminals at selected ports, India is paving its way for its growth as the global cruise hub within this decade. While accessing the huge potential that the marine sector can contribute to national building, especially with the extraordinary support that our government is providing, each one of us should tap the promising prospects and contribute towards building an efficient maritime ecosystem. This in turn will substantially improve the competitiveness of all other sectors of our economy. Let us put our efforts together and make use of this opportunity and join together in the mission towards the building a self-reliant India. I would also like to use this opportunity to request Honorable Minister, Sir, to support IMU with necessary financial support for the government so that IMU can further strengthen the institutional framework for imparting maritime training in India. With this, I once again extend my heartfelt greetings and congratulations to the officials and students of IMU of this occasion and wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shri Ravindranath sir. It is now time for the much awaited address by the chief guest. Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji hails from Mulugwan district, Dibrugarh, Assam, and holds a bachelor's degree in communication and journalism and an LLB. He has held a long list of illustrious portfolios in his tenure, prominent of which was as Chief Minister of Assam in 2016. He served as the Union Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports in 2014-16. Shri Sarbananda Sonowal currently is the Union Cabinet Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Ministry of Ayush. May I now invite the esteemed chief guest of the day, Honorable Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Ministry of Ayush, Sonowal ji, to kindly address the august gathering.
Vanakkam. Is it okay? First of all, I pay my deep regard to the people of Tamil Nadu. Because of their love and affection, I could able to come to this beautiful campus, IMU. Thank you. Respected guest of honor and a very popular MP, Mr. Rabindranath, respected member of Legislative Assembly, S. Arvind Rameshji, respected Chancellor, IMU P. Shankarji, was the former Central Vigilance Commissioner, respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Madam Malini V. Shankarji, other distinguished guests on the dais, faculty members, staff, students, and friends, and my media friends. Today, before going to my speech, I want to know the presence of the student from the different parts of the country. If you do not mind, please stand up and introduce yourself. Please, student, my loving student, please stand up. If I pronounce Tamil Nadu, how many of you are from Tamil Nadu? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Tamil Nadu. Thank you. Kerala. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Maharashtra. Thank you. Andhra Pradesh. Thank you. Goa. Telangana. West Bengal. Thank you. Odisha. Karnataka. Thank you. Gujarat. Thank you. Thank you. Then Madhya Pradesh. Thank you. Assam. Thank you. Uttar Pradesh. Thank you. Thank you. Bihar. Thank you. Delhi. Thank you. Haryana. Thank you. Punjab. Ladakh, Kashmir, anybody? Then Rajasthan. Yeah, thank you. And Jharkhand. Thank you. Chhattisgarh. Thank you. Then Uttarakhand. Thank you. Himachal Pradesh. Anybody left out? Please introduce yourself from any northern regions. Mizoram, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh. Oh, Arunachal Pradesh. Meghalaya, thank you. This is the beauty of India. Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. We have always learned to live together. the sense of togetherness, the sense of brotherhood is the unique characteristic of our country. That's the beauty. Stands all the time for our life to come. Isn't it? Isn't it? Are जोर से बोलिए. Thank you. So this is the spirit of student community. Once upon a time I was also a student. So student period is considered to be the golden period of life. Why? Tell me why. Because this is the period in which you could give your 100% to your commitment. 100%. Former President of India, that renowned missile man, renowned scientist, Abdul Kalam, once said, if you want to shine, you'll have to burn like a sun. If you want to shine, you'll have to burn like a sun. That means work is worship, duty is God. There is no shortcut to success. If you want to achieve your goal, you'll have to work heart and soul. You'll have to give 100% dedication, devotion, commitment, discipline, punctuality, and develop a character of studentship. So this is the power of youth, power of student. That is why student life is the golden period of life. So I appeal all my student friends, please put in your mind all the time to come. Time is God. मैं समय हूँ. That is why all the time God is saying the time will bring prosperity, time will bring what? 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 Yeah. So this is the time, the power of time, happiness and sadness, darkness and brightness, success and failure, everything based on time. But if you want to achieve success, you'll have to move along with the time. You'll have to properly utilize the time with value. So this is how I believe a student can step up his career. And in this Maritime University, you are the luckiest enough to become the globally renowned figure tomorrow. Because you have the globe available for you to register your presence in the sea road. Because you know, the planet Earth is covered by 3/4 of the water. That's the power of water. इसलिए परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हमेशा all the time he is saying जल ही जीवन है, जल ही जीवन है. So that water has got enormous resources and potentialities to give you a very, very successful career, comfortable earning, and glorious existence of your life. So I believe with this particular sense of commitment, my student friend will definitely put their hard work and dedication during their stay in this beautiful center of knowledge and wisdom. So I believe this is what the teaching is being imparted to you day and night by our respected teachers under the leadership of dynamic Vice Chancellor and Chancellor. Of course. So I believe today I am here just to wish you good luck. And as you know, the inauguration of the marine workshop at Chennai and dedication of the new building of Visakhapatnam campus will help IMU to promote top-class maritime studies, training, and research. These are the three important components: education, training, and research. These three components need to be incorporated together to develop your maritime personality. maritime commanding personality. So this is the expectation of the people of the country. And you have the special blessing of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. He is the dynamic leader of the country. He is the man who has brought all the transformation in all the sector of our day-to-day activities, right from the poorest poor to the highest level of space technology. This is the man who has brought all the, quality governance to provide a quality life of the people of the country. Social security and economic upliftment and taking everybody along. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas. That means every citizen will have to give his important service to the nation. This India is our motherland. India, Bharat Mata, is everything for us, and who has provided us shelter, food, dignity, prestige, glory, vision, all the love and affection. This is the power of Bharat Mata. So this is the power of India. And this India is going to become the number one nation in the world under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Atmanirbhar Bharat, to make self-reliant India. Every Indian will have to work hard with sincerity and dedication and discipline. It is being the son of the soil. This is our duty to our mother. It is our duty to extend our service. It is our duty to worship our mom and dad. So this is what we have learned, the valuable lesson from our forefathers, from our tradition. The tradition has taught us to develop a culture of respectability, humility, and simplicity, honesty. So this is the power of Indian culture and civilization. This is the power of Indian wisdom, knowledge, and power of existence. So I'll not take much time. I have an interactive session with the student community after some time. Yeah? After a few moments, I believe. So I especially congratulate Chancellor and Vice Chancellor and all their colleagues, because the teachers and faculty members who have been working hard to make our student community powerful. And I firmly believe that whatever maritime India Vision 2030 has developed the target, we are to achieve that target. How? That is why we require to have our better homework, better preparation, better training, better education, better character. So, if we could combine all these important components into a perfection of our personality, then definitely we can achieve our goal. We will be the champion of champion, no doubt about it. And we can take the leadership in the maritime trade and shipbuilding and ship repair. So in this important component, whatever you have learned the lessons of technology, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics, digital, everything needs to be incorporated in your mindset so that wisdom develop in such a manner, any kind of challenges of your life in the deep sea, you can tackle it with competence and ability and quality and perform. So with these few words, I really thankful to our respected Member of Parliament, Mr. Rabindranath ji, and he's a very young, dynamic Member of Parliament, I hope definitely in the near future, they will all extend their support to the cause of this particular university, and also the Honorable MLA, Mr. Arvind Rameshji. I hope your cooperation will definitely meaningful tomorrow, and definitely the presence, and we have the presence of many important dignitaries here, and also the chairman of Chennai Port Trust and also Kamaraja Port Trust. You please stand and introduce yourself. He's a very important man. One of the senior most IAS officer of India. So he is here. Whatever I have got to learn from the local people of Chennai about him, everyone is talking high about him, his service. Definitely, I'm looking forward under his leadership. This particular port will definitely going to become one of the international importance, like half of maritime business, maritime trade. With these words, I hope the local media person will also in the near future extend their all possible support for the growth of our maritime trade and maritime institution. With these few words, I conclude. I again pay special respect to the people of Tamil Nadu. Really, Tamil Nadu has been always carrying a reputation of their learned society, wisdom, knowledge, power. In every sector, this state is very advanced and very forward-looking, and this state people can contribute a lot to the growth of the Indian society and also Indian economy in the near future. With this expectation and hope, I conclude. Nandri Vanakkam. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for that wonderful, vibrant address to the students. I'm sure you have captured the hearts of all our students. So after that energy-filled address by our chief guest, may I take a moment to kindly introduce a guest who has joined a little late due to prior engagements, Shri S. Arvind Ramesh, Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Sholingnallur, Chennai, who has joined us late. May I now request our Registrar, Shri K. Saravanan, to kindly felicitate him with a memento and a shawl. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for joining us. Shri Arvind Ramesh would love to honor our Union Cabinet Minister. Thank you, sirs. To appropriately thank each one of the esteemed invitees and the guests, may I now call upon Registrar IMU, Shri K. Saravanan, to propose the formal vote of thanks and acknowledgements.
Namaskar. I deem it a great honor and privilege to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of Indian Maritime University Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's event a resounding success. I am extremely grateful to the Honorable Union Cabinet Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Ayush, Sri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, who, despite his very busy schedule, has accepted to be the chief guest for the inauguration of the Marine Workshop at IMU headquarters and dedication of new buildings of IMU Visakhapatnam campus. I wish to express my sincere and heartfelt thanks for delivering a truly inspiring and memorable address, sir. I take this opportunity to extend our sincere thanks to the Honorable Member of Parliament, Ravindranath ji, and Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Sholinganallur Constituency, Sri Arvind ji, and respected Chancellor, Sri Shankar, former Central Vigilance Commissioner, for their gracious presence. I owe my thanks to the respected Vice Chancellor, Madam, for her guidance and constant support for the grand success of this function. I thank the Chairman of the Chennai Port Trust, Sri Sunil Paliwal IAS, other senior officials from Chennai Port Trust, and CVOs of IMU and Chennai Port Trust, and esteemed guests from the industry, ship-owning companies, all other distinguished invitees present here for having acceptance of our invitation. We greatly value your immense presence here. I owe my gratitude to the esteemed members of the IMU statutory bodies, the Dean, the Director, Finance Officer, Controller of Examination, and IMU Chair for their support. Organizing events always requires concerted, coordinated work. The officials, the faculty members, administrative officers, IT team, engineers and the team, and all employees who have worked hard to ensure this occasion becomes a memorable success. I also thank the National Informatics Center officials of Delhi, Chennai, Vizag, and all officials from the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways for the constant support to make this event a grand success. Finally, I owe my sincere thanks to the electronic and the print media, the police authorities, the fire brigades, security officials, state government officials, event management team, and my beloved students and friends for the support in organizing these functions a grand success. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you very much. This is a special announcement. The Honorable Union Minister will interact with the students at the simulator hall. Students are requested to assemble at the venue. With this, we come to the close of a memorable afternoon. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us.